In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Satechi WTR wireless timer remote control for DSLR cameras. What this remote allows you to do is take photos from your SLR camera in situations where you need the camera to be absolutely still, such as when taking HDR photos, night photos, or photos that require long shutter speed times. It also comes in handy when you need to take group photos in which you need to be in the group photo as well. And lastly, it also comes in handy when you need to take a series of photos at different time intervals, or time-lapse photos. There are two parts to the WTR: the receiver that connects directly to your SLR camera, and the remote, or what the manual refers to as a transmitter. Both of these units are capable of controlling your SLR camera independently by plugging them into the camera's remote control socket. However, in order to use a WTR as a wireless system, both of these units must be used in conjunction with one another. Before powering the units on, insert the batteries into both units. The single CR2 battery goes into the receiver. Make sure to remove the plastic wrap from the battery, otherwise it will not provide the receiver with any power. The pair of AAA batteries go into the remote. Now let's go over the features of the remote. If the display of the remote is too dark, press the lock button once and it'll turn on the backlight for a few seconds. Press and hold the same button to lock all the buttons. Press and hold the same button again to unlock all the buttons. The screen displays the primary functions of the remote: delay for delay or self-timer, long for bulb or long exposure, INTVL for interval timer, and N for exposure count. There's also an option to turn the sound on or off. Press the center button and use the up and down arrows to select whether you want the sound to be on or off. Then press the center button again. Before connecting the WTR to your camera, make sure both the WTR receiver and the camera are turned off. Then take the plug of the receiver and plug it into the camera's remote control socket. Then turn them both on. Make sure your camera's exposure mode is set to manual. Make sure the shutter speed is set to bulb, and make sure continuous shooting is turned off. To adjust the timer parameters, select from the 4 functions, then press the center button. The first set of numbers is hours, the second set of numbers is minutes, and the last set of numbers is seconds. In this case, I'm going to set mine to 3 seconds. Then press the center button to set it. To begin the timer, press the Start/Stop button. If you want to stop the timer before it ends, press the button again. To take a photo with the shutter open for an indefinite amount of time, use the center shutter button. Press the button halfway down to focus, then press a button all the way down to open the shutter and release it when you want the shutter to close. If you don't want to hold the button down manually, slide the shutter button up and it'll hold the shutter open for you. When you want the shutter to close, slide the button back down.